High in the Colorado Rockies, the Stanley Hotel stands as a solitary sentinel. Its imposing structure casts a long shadow over the landscape. Built in 1909 by Freelan Oscar Stanley, this grand estate has become synonymous with the paranormal. Guests and staff alike have reported chilling encounters within its walls. These encounters range from unexplained noises to full-bodied apparitions. The Stanley Hotel is not merely a place to stay. It is a doorway into a realm where the veil between the living and the dead is thin. Room 217 is perhaps the most infamous of the Stanley's haunted spaces. Its reputation precedes it. Whispered stories and hushed accounts have cemented its place in paranormal lore. The room's most notable resident is Elizabeth Wilson, a former housekeeper. In 1911, Elizabeth was caught in a freak explosion while lighting gas lamps. The incident left her severely injured. She eventually succumbed to her wounds. However, her spirit, it seems, never truly left the Stanley. Guests staying in room 217 have reported unsettling experiences. Lights flicker and die without explanation. Luggage is unpacked, only to be found neatly repacked moments later. Personal belongings vanish and reappear in unexpected places. Some guests have even claimed to have felt a distinct presence in the room, a presence that is both unseen and undeniably there. The air grows heavy, the temperature drops, and a sense of dread washes over them. It is as if Elizabeth Wilson herself is making her presence known, a reminder that even in death, she remains tethered to the place she once called home. While room 217 may hold the most notoriety, the fourth floor of the Stanley Hotel is a hotbed of paranormal activity. It is here that the spirits of children are said to roam freely. Their laughter echoes through the empty corridors, their tiny footsteps patter across the wooden floors. Guests have reported seeing fleeting glimpses of children darting around corners, their laughter trailing behind them like a haunting melody. The children's presence is not always playful, however. Some guests have described feeling small hands tugging at their clothes. Others have heard their names whispered in the dead of night. A chill runs down their spines. They can't shake the feeling that they are being watched. The fourth floor is a place where the innocence of childhood collides with the unsettling nature of the afterlife. It is a reminder that even in death, the spirits of the young can linger. They are forever bound to the place where they once found joy and laughter. Section 4. The Unseen Virtuoso, Flora's Phantom Melodies. Flora Stanley, the wife of the hotel's founder, was a gifted pianist. Her love for music filled the halls of the Stanley during her lifetime. Now, it seems, her passion continues beyond the grave. Guests and staff have reported hearing the distinct sound of a piano emanating from the empty music room. The melodies are often faint and ethereal, as if carried on the wind from a distant time and place. Some say it is Flora herself, her ghostly fingers dancing across the ivory keys. She is reliving her passion for music in the afterlife. Others believe it is the residual energy of her performances, imprinted upon the very fabric of the building. Whatever the explanation, the phantom piano music is one of the Stanley's most enduring and unsettling mysteries. It is a reminder that even in the afterlife, our passions can live on. They can echo through time and space, touching the lives of those who are still among the living. Section 5. Echoes from Below. The hotel's haunted depths. The basement of the Stanley Hotel is a labyrinth of narrow corridors and dimly lit rooms. It is a place where the hotel's history is palpable. The air is thick with the musty scent of old wood and forgotten things. It is here, in the bowels of the building, that some of the most unsettling encounters have taken place. Staff members have reported seeing shadowy figures lurking in the corners of their vision. They have heard disembodied voices whispering their names. Guests on ghost tours have claimed to have felt cold spots. They have experienced sudden drops in temperature. Some have even felt unseen hands pushing them from behind. The basement of the Stanley is not for the faint of heart. It is a place where the veil between the living and the dead feels perilously thin, where the spirits of the past roam freely, seeking to make their presence known to the world above. Section 6. A shining inspiration: Stephen King and the Stanley. In 1974, Stephen King and his wife Tabitha spent a night at the Stanley Hotel. They were the only guests. The hotel was about to close for the winter. As King wandered the deserted hallways, he couldn't shake the feeling that he was being watched. That night he had a vivid dream, a dream about a possessed fire hose chasing his young son down the hall. This terrifying dream became the inspiration for The Shining, one of the most iconic horror novels of all time. While the movie adaptation of The Shining was filmed at the Timberline Lodge in Oregon, the Stanley Hotel's connection to the story is undeniable. King himself has acknowledged the Stanley's influence on his writing. He has said that the hotel seemed the perfect place for a horror story. The Stanley's eerie atmosphere, coupled with its rich history of paranormal activity, provided the perfect breeding ground for King's imagination to run wild. Section 7. An enduring enigma. The Stanley's haunting legacy. The Stanley Hotel stands as a testament to the enduring power of the unknown. Whether you believe in ghosts or not, there is no denying that there is something undeniably eerie about this grand old hotel. Perhaps it is the weight of its history. Perhaps it is the countless stories of unexplained phenomena, or perhaps it is simply the unsettling feeling that you are not alone, that something unseen is watching you from the shadows. Whatever the reason, the Stanley Hotel continues to captivate and terrify visitors from around the world. It is a place where the past and present collide, where the veil between the living and the dead is thin. It is a place where the echoes of those who have passed on linger in the air, a haunting reminder that some stories never truly end. They simply fade into legend.